And now, a new breakthrough in space conquests. For the first time, the spaceman has to leave the ship and step out into open space.
Yeah, if you were to ask us if we tend to visualize music, I don't know. A lot of the material that we actually end up using comes from visual medium in the first place, so it might make it. I guess it makes the process a bit different for us because we're adapting a lot of pre-existing footage into what we do, so it really kind of has that visual element to it. We do work a lot with stuff that's just audio, though, so I guess there you kind of put some kind of images to it in your head, which we later then try and sort of match up to it when we play live, because we screen the stuff at the same time.
Station is lost. The vacuum is dangerous.
It came about just from wanting to adapt one of their films, actually, which is called Protect and Survive. It's kind of the UK equivalent of Duck and Cover over here. Anyway, so I just found out their archive sales department and struck up a conversation with the lovely lady there, and they kind of gave it the thumbs up, and ever since then they've been very supportive to us, and they happen to have had a lot of the material that we've been interested in using anyway, so we've kind of forged a good, if slightly odd, working relationship with them.
I'm on the edge of the opening of the airlock chamber.
It's difficult to say exactly what attracts us to the images that we use, because I think primarily, even though the stuff that we sample tends to be from video base, it's primarily been about the sound from the start. The reason we kind of use this material is because we like the sound behind it. Basically, if it's a good video but without any kind of usable sound, if there's too much kind of already pre-soundtrack stuff on there, or if the audio is just not very good quality, then no matter how good the video is, we can't really use it. So even with the visual stuff, the sound tends to take priority. I think it's important not to let them kind of overtake in terms of importance to the music, because you've got to have the music right in the first place to get the radio play, to get people to come along to gigs, and it needs to be able to stand on its own 2 feet musically anyway, otherwise nothing else is really going to work off. The music is kind of the foundation which you can build everything else off. So the visuals kind of slot in on top of that, and they definitely do make a big difference for us, but I'd say musically is where a lot of the focus lies, especially when making it. We work with a sort of team of collaborators, and some of the videos we do ourselves. Probably about half and half of the videos that we use live are kind of done in-house in the back of a van en route to a venue somewhere, and the other half done by sort of team of editors and collaborators who we've worked with in the past on various videos and stuff like that. And yeah, depending on how big the show is, depending on sort of production budgets and stuff, we either tour with a visual artist who can kind of mix the material live and give it an extra kind of live edge, or we basically, when it's just us two, as it is now, me and Wriggles. Hello, Wriggles.
Hello.
We're kind of on rails to the video. We have to kind of keep up with the video, which is just sort of more of a sort of play-out device, I suppose. It's still in time with the music, so it still works to give it a really good visual element that we otherwise probably wouldn't have on stage, being distinctly charismatic. There you go. Public service broadcasting started out just me with no visuals playing live, and it does. We still do the odd show where we're playing without visuals, and it does still work. I think the visuals do improve the show, but yeah, it's kind of, it wasn't really one idea that started us doing what we're doing. It's kind of a series of ideas that we've built up and kind of developed over a number of years. We've been doing this since about 2009 now, so it's been going for a while. It's kind of layer on layer, really. It's kind of a series of ideas rather than like one big one that's led us here. It's interesting that they say that, because there's not a great deal like stylistically that links them, I don't think, apart from the sort of subject matter. But it is nevertheless, it was a big inspiration, almost as much musically behind the album as kind of behind the videos. Yeah, there's a kind of slightly more. Much as I love 2001, there's not a great deal of kind of humour in it. There's not a kind. It doesn't really kind of have a tongue-in-cheek feel to it. It's a bit too serious for that. Whereas we like to keep things relatively light in places. You know, where we can afford to have fun with something, we'll have fun with something.
As we continue with this flight of Apollo 8.
We get asked a lot, don't we, if we're dancing in the video? What's your answer to that?
Well, our general answer is no comment.
Yeah, we signed a confidentiality agreement actually on that video, so we can't talk about it. If he talks about it, I have to sue him, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Top 5 music video list would be a struggle. Do you have any?
Well, you got an idea from Beastie Boys for that one, didn't you? For Gagarin? Is that true?
What idea?
For like dancing, silly dancing stuff.
Well, yeah, intergalactic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I like. It's a good song as well, so let's
Yeah.
put that in there.
Yeah, basically.
I like Big
Intergalactic
Hamsters.
Sabotage. That's another.
Okay.
The Christopher Walken, Spike Jonze, Fatboy Slim video was a weapon of choice. That's amazing. Radiohead, Just. That's amazing video. What else? Think of any more?
Justin Bieber's got quite a few good ones.
Yeah, we can't get enough of that.
Yeah.
That's great. Love it. He's a hero
Indeed.
in so many ways.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people I'd like to collaborate with, you know, sonically and visually, but I don't know how interested they'd be. I'm a big fan of Duncan Jones. I think if he could be tempted away from Hollywood into doing music videos, then that would be a good thing. Yeah, that would be good fun to do. But yeah, Michel Gondry, Spike Jonze, Jonathan Glazer, you know, yeah, those would be some of my wish list. But you're not going to get any of them anywhere near us, so it's not really worth thinking about, sadly.
Twelve minutes now until ignition for powered descent. Everything's still looking very good at this point.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for powered descent. Retro, go. Fido, go. Guidance, go. Control, go. Telcom, go. Jinsei, go. Ecom, go. Surgeon, go. Capcom, we're go for powered descent.